platforms, and then just being able to say that your father's always been a major piece. You know what I'm saying, and just been that driving force, and it's just been a long time coming, man. So how old are you now?
Age wise?
Yeah. Oh man,
it could be some. It could be some people out there.
You hesitated. I mean, you say you've been.
I'm 31 now.
So I mean, the reason why I asked you that is just because, man, if you look at it, man, if you've been playing since you was about damn near 5, man, you've been playing for a very long time, and just being able to like perfect your craft and kind of find your own voice. And would you say you kind of found your own voice, right? Like at this age, or you still trying to kind of like find yourself?
I'm still growing. I'm still developing. You know what I mean? But I can say I found my direction at this point. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, I found the direction where I want to go as an artist, what I would like to accomplish and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And how are you going to achieve that? Because everybody, it's other musicians that are trying to find their peaceful lane. Where would you be satisfied at? Like, are you satisfied now, or how are you trying to achieve your ultimate glory?
What do you mean as far as my overall goals?
Yes. Do you think the musician do you think this it, or is there more to you? Are you going to evolve? How are you going to evolve? How are you going to try to continue to build your legacy?
Through hard work and dedication, just like anything else. It's going to take constant studying, constant, practicing, constant, working towards your craft, and that's just what it is. Just continuing to work hard and promote myself and put myself out there to as many as people.
So, you've been doing this for a while, you would say, right?
Yeah.
What has been your biggest obstacle you had to overcome?
Really, the biggest obstacle I've been overcoming was my own thoughts. You know what I mean? My own thoughts. A lot of times, we can get in our own way by just the way we think about things.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I do that shit here. I be like, damn.
Like no bullshit though. Like, you just saying that, getting caught up in your own thoughts or whatever. I feel like being open is very, very key.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a tendency to always feel like we know it all, or we seen it all, we done it all, or we felt like maybe we've got to the point where we don't even need to learn because we know so much more. Like I said, you've been putting in about damn near almost 30 years in the game, you know what I'm saying? And just with music, so it's like you got like a little like a 5-year-old who just, not a 5-year-old, but a person that's been doing this for 5 years.
Yeah.
And then it's like you really kind of close-minded off what this younger can teach you. And it's just like, because I feel like I got 30 years, I can't pick up nothing from you. I feel like being open is very key to, to pushing to that next level like you was kind of speaking on, because I feel like, we all just kind of trap ourselves to that, that, oh, I got this many years on you, I can't take nothing from you. Like, I'm just already at this height, and I feel like I got to get it from somebody who's experienced and been there, and just kind of being closed-minded to anybody that could kind of can push us there or show us something new. So I feel like being open is very key.
Sure.
So who do you consider some of the, who was your favorite person that you collabed with, that you made a track with? And then to piggyback off of that, who would you like to work with?
Well, I wouldn't put one artist over another.
That's a great political answer.
Each artist, was a great experience, But I'd definitely like to work with many different artists that's out there, Wyclef Jean,
one of the goats.
Yeah, definitely. Just a lot of different soul artists, And yeah, like I said, Wyclef John, you know, many other greats.
How do you continue your legacy? You know, like, what's a good way to put this? Creating longevity is hard, right? So how is your craft different than the next? Or how do you feel like you're different from another artist?
And that's gonna bring you longevity.
I would say that would of course depends on me, but it would depend on how well my fans receive me. You know, you only can go as long as your fan base allow you to. You know, as long as you're selling tickets.
So is that why all them rappers say, you know, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my fans? Like,
of course,
they all say that shit. Every award they win, they say that.
I mean, people. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. People fail to realize that if we simply just stop going to, let's say, 7-Eleven every day, their business would change. You know what I mean? Like, we are what makes people. You know, we are what makes companies. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just,
I work for Walmart.
Hold on,
I was one of them people.
So I got a question for you. If all the black people stop going to the Chinaman store to get their nails done in the Chinese food,
they will see an effect. Of course, they will see a big effect, a big change. They will actually start to see the realities that we face mostly on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
What is that? I mean, I just want you to specify it out there.
What that is, it's just a constant struggle. You know, it's a constant, you know, double look at us. It always, you know, we're the last to be trusted. There's always a eyebrows raised that, you know, I could say somewhat, not even just what a colored person doing, but since, you know, that's just a reality. Mostly, yeah, black people. You know, people always kind of somewhat got an eyebrow raised and wonder, you know, what's going on. You know what I mean? Is it a trick behind what they're trying to do? You know,
so
discrimination.
How do we differ from other communities? You know, you look at it, there's a lot of support in other communities. I'm talking about, we see the Mexicans, how they ride. You know?
No, I don't get into it early because I still want to.
Okay.
Because just like how you was talking about his fans, your fans carry you just so far, you know, and it kind of like create the artist, you know? Does it determine whether you take your music in a direction that, you know, is favorable to them, or do you stay true to what you believe and what you're pushing?
You stay true. You stay true to yourself because
that's what got you the artist.
Yeah. You stay true because, you know, you gotta stay true to you. You know what I mean? You know, some people do things for entertainment, but, you know, I can only speak for me. And for me, I have to stay true to what I do because that's where I can put my most effort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The moment I try to please other people and do things the way other people would like it to be done is where you could end up not pleasing no one. You know what I mean?
And that gems for you. I mean, that's gems. Yeah. That's gems for the audience if y'all was listening. I mean, I do agree that you have to stay true to yourself because when you change, you allow changes to happen in your life that could lead you in different directions. But if you know what you want to do and how you feel, like we said earlier in another episode, self-worth is the key.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't know yourself, you're going to get lost in this world. I mean, it's so many different outlets for you to go. And I strongly agree that if you look at all these artists that last, if they didn't know something, they was willing to learn it to where they could do it and do it their way. So they're still staying true to themselves, but yeah, they're reaching out. Even a lot of people say Wayne was crazy for Rebirth, but that was one of Wayne's highest grossing albums that he put out. You know? Yeah. Because he knew that deep down inside, hey, I got this little skater white boy in me. And somebody gonna feel it, you know, and that's me.
And I get what you're saying, man. And I'm just gonna piggyback off what both of y'all saying. Just like how, you know, your music is an art or whatever you're doing. I feel like everything is an emotion of art because it all picks up off of energy and it picks up of vibes. You know, even if you connected with certain people. So I feel like whatever you started with, you know, your dream, whatever your vision is, you gotta stay true to it. And of course you're gonna change it. Of course it's gonna change over time because you evolve. But again, it just depends on what you're staying true to, what you stand for, and not letting anybody knock you off your spot or knock you off or direct your own vision. Because honestly, whatever you got is your artistic ability. So you carry it as far as your vision to take you or however you see it. So I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I definitely feel everybody should stay true to whatever they believe in, whether it's, you know, music, whether it's what we're doing, the podcast. I feel like everybody has to stay true to why you got into everything or why you're doing certain things. And I believe everything should work out for itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
And when did you find yourself? What song when you was like, yo, this is me? Like, when did you find yourself in this music genre?
I would say around the time I was recording Child Support and different things like that, because Child Support was the first song I recorded on my first album, my debut album. You know, I linked up with Ty Rich. And,
we in the studio now. If you hear it, that's the studio people working. But hey, y'all still gotta watch this. Stay tuned. Listen.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we linked up to just work on some music. We never expected anything. We never intended for it to be anything. You know what I mean? We just linked up and worked on some music. So I would say it was around that time that I was starting to kind of, you know, find myself and find a direction that I wanted to go.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure everybody wanna know. Yo, Child Support. That was a dope song. I mean, a lot of people felt that song. Women and men. You know, I mean, the men, that was one of our anthems, you know? But
This nigga here is on to something, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, that shit was one of the men anthem, but women, they felt that too, and women loved that song. Because, I mean, you could tell by the way when that shit came on, you know? So, what made you the mind behind Child Support?
It really was just a reality. It was my life. It was what I was going through at the time. And that's really what it was. Word for word is a true story, man. Word for word. You know, and sometimes in life when you go through things, you know, you write about it, you know, or either you talk about it. And me, I never been the one to you know, talk about everything that I go through. So I just put it into the music. So that's just what that song was about. It was just about, you know, what I was going through and what I was dealing with. And unfortunately, a lot of people are dealing with that same situation in the world. So, you know.
Do you agree? You put out your struggle in it?
Boy, this man look like
you put out your struggle in it. I mean, I want to know, because I'm one of them types that if a father is in their kid's life, like, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, going to see him, whatever. If you provide in some way, some means, fuck Child Support. That's how I see it. I mean, so when you made that song, the way I'm listening to it, I have friends, brothers, you know, it's a lot of people in the hood. You know, a lot of people in your neighborhood now, suburbs, everywhere, on Child Support. Like, I don't agree with that if the man is still providing, you know?
So that's his opinion. I want to know your views on Child Support in general.
Me, I have nothing against I have nothing against child support, but at the same time, I do. You know what I'm saying? Because see, if you have people out here who really know they have a child by a woman, and they just boldly say, you know, fuck you, fuck the baby, fuck everything that has anything to do with anything, then I believe that person, you know, probably should be encountered to, you know, held to, you know what I mean? But if you have a father that's willing to be there, you know, willing to do what he have to do,